Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. This is Donna from Tarot. If I'm a little low energy, just please forgive me. I have not been the best of health the last few days. I'm recovering from it. It's nothing serious, but it definitely kicked my butt. So just, bear with me. I have a read here for you. Oh, thank you, by the way. Thank you to everyone who's hit like, share, and subscribe, and, supported me. I really appreciate it. You all are awesome. And comments and all that. So I have a couple different, not necessarily spreads. It seemed like, for whatever reason, it wanted to pull oracle cards for you. And actually, since it wanted to go with oracle cards, I got a couple other decks right here that I want to, they're new, and I want to just do a little something from them too for you. But I want to bring your attention to this. I freaking love this. This is the Dark Mirror. And if this isn't appropriate right now, I know it, I can feel it. It's definitely spot on. This is called the Dark Mirror. If anybody wants to get an oracle deck, I highly recommend it. It's not for the faint of heart, but it is definitely to the point. It gets to the point in a way that you're like, you can't ignore it. It's in your face. So it had me pull two cards for you. The Addicted card and the Parasite card. So here, I want you to listen, because you may think you already know what it's going to say, but you might be surprised. For those of you, and I'm sure you're here for a relationship, I can't imagine, it's for anything other than relationships. So the Addicted card isn't necessarily about drugs or alcohol or gambling or anything like that, but it says, and I want you to pay attention to this. I had to put my specs on because I want to be able to read this. Look at this card. Take a good look at it. It says, it's not about choosing the chains, it's about choosing them again and again. It says the visual seed, white sparkly hair over a scarred, melted, cast down face. Is the hand melting or already long gone? A chain chokes his neck and many spikes pierce the back. Okay, there's that visual seed. The sentence is, freedom was the worst of lies. I could have been a slaver or a slave, but I chose the latter. And in the Going Dark message, and this is the point, this is the one you always want to pay attention to. Addiction to something, to drugs, to love, to company, to evil, to pain, to safety, to making simple everything that can be deep. Oh, they have in common the feeling of being lost if we ever are without it. Freedom is not a friend. As it promises responsibility, failure, challenges, freedom can be taken, can be broken, can be stripped naked and whipped and abused. Slavery is a much cleaner choice. If you give it all away at the beginning, how can they take it from you? So how can it be so easy to believe that freedom is an illusion, and that it's so hard to feel that slavery is an illusion as well? That the sky has a limit, but the chains have one as well? The irony of it all, when we lose the desire much before losing the will to fight, is that actually is possible to reach for the sky even when bound by chains. So what have you been giving your freedom away to, and what kind of freedom have you been thinking you've been holding on to or protecting? So there's that. This one is the Parasite. Look at this one. And it says when the only answer to lack of self-efficiency is to cling to one another, or to cling to another one, but same thing. And the stage of this one is depression, and I believe the other one was depression as well. The visual seed, a long-haired man with a pale-faced, heavy eyelids, a dull golden chain draped over his forehead. Around his body and through his body, a poisonous ivy grows and clings subtly to him. The sentence is, what can't survive alone will seek company, but instead of growing together, they will wither together. Okay? But instead of growing together, they will wither together. Relationships are not a zero-sum game. It says, the Going Dark message says, relationships are not a zero-sum game. Of course, using each other is a part of the game, but it's quite different when use takes the shape of supporting rather than manipulating or exploiting. In the long run, a good relationship is a win-win, where the more I give, the more I get, and the other way around. Still, it is not always like this, is it? Not just in bad relationship. In the short run, bad is bound to happen even in the house of true love. We cling, we bite, we hunger for safety and freedom, and we support. And on the other side, we get mangled, bitten, demanded on. Well, it happens. It happened and it will happen again. It is part of the game. But if it happens too often, it creates a toxic environment. I swear to God, if they keep it up, shut it! I want you all to hear this message. It doesn't matter if we are the victim or the perpetrator. Get out of the kitchen. As poison is shared equally, I'm gonna get pissed now. One gets the pain, the another gets the advantage. Okay, so it doesn't matter if we are the victim or the perpetrator. As poison is shared equally, one gets the pain, another one gets the advantage. But the toxic part, they both get. Fully, a parasite, a leech, kills itself as much as it kills the host. It sacrifices the journey to the destination, and the destination to its own failures. The problem is not living as sheeps, but the true problem is living as a sheep for 100 years. Okay, so don't be a parasite. Don't let someone be a parasite. Don't let anything be a parasite on your relationship or whatever. But I just thought, oh my God. So Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, folks. I know this applies because I've seen your reads. I've seen your reads. I've done your reads. I've seen other people do your reads. This applies to someone out there very, very, well, actually a lot of someone's out there. So I can feel that has got to hit home. Now, also, I don't know why I took these off because there's more reading to do. The Fallen Angel one, this is a really good deck too. It's beautiful. The message isn't as like deep, I don't think. I mean, it's still very deep. I like it. That's, why I got this deck. But this one is a little different. So they use the 72 Fallen Angels, Solomon's, I forget how that, but anyway, long story short, it's the 72 Fallen Angels. So the two cards that were pulled were Amdusias and Came. So let's see, the messages for these two for you all, which should resonate. So Came is disputation, and it says a legal dispute threatens subordinate emotion to clear reasoning. So, hold down emotion to clear your reasoning. Came's tone of bird is the thrush or the blackbird. In human guise, he appears with a sharp, straight sword amid flames. The sword signifies the often divisive power of reasoned argument, and the flames indicate that the truth often causes pain in the short term, however necessary for true resolution of a conflict. Came is the patron of debate and legal dispute in which passion may drive the argument, but logic is the necessary instrument for a favorable outcome and lasting success. And of course, the element is Earth and planet is Mercury, for those of you who understand the, the elements and the planets. So the other one is Amdusias. It has to do with harmony. Just the opposite, however, very important. Celebration is indicated in the coming together of friends for a common purpose. And it says, Amdusias' totem beast is the mystical and elusive unicorn. He can adopt his form in dreams and visions, but more importantly, or usually appears in the human guise as a glorious angel, whose progress is accompanied by the enchanting music of an invisible orchestra. Like the unicorn, Amdusias favors forests. The trees bend to his command, provide shelter. He brings peace and friendship. It signals a time for gathering together like-minded souls for the undertaking of some adventurous new project close to your heart. So you're going to be doing something that makes your heart happy with other folks. So that's actually good right there, because it'll help get your mind off of conflict. So, and the element is air, the planet is Venus. So there's that. So, and then we pulled another. So it kept pulling oracle cards, but that doesn't mean we're not going to do tarot, because I'm definitely doing tarot. So, the card from the Saints and Angels by Doreen Virtue, which is, this is an old deck, but we pulled the Animals card. It says you have a strong love bond with animals. As with St. Francis, they instinctively trust you. They can sense your compassion and understanding and come to you for help and companionship. You have an innate ability to communicate with animals, and you know what they're thinking and feeling. In some ways, you feel more comfortable with animals than with people. I know I do. You would excel in a career such as pet sitting, walking, or grooming, being a veterinarian, or animal communication. Your pets who have passed on also send you their love. They want you to know they're happy and doing well in heaven. This saint is associated with nature and animals. He's the patron saint of animal welfare. That's the Saint Francis of Assisi. Legends say he'd give sermons in the forest, and the wild animals and birds would stop and listen. Saint Francis was born in Assisi, Italy, in 1181. He renounced his family's wealth and became a traveling preacher with followers who eventually formed the first Franciscan religious order. He spent a considerable amount of time helping and healing the poor, particularly those with leprosy. The powerful prayer of Saint Francis, which begins, "Lord, make me an instrument of your peace," also makes him one of the most beloved saints. So I'm not sure what message that's for somebody out there. And it also wanted me to pull from, let's see, we got those two, that. And then it wanted me to pull a Wiccapedia spell deck card. So for those of you who are, into spell work or curious about it, well, here's a card for you. So let's see what it is. I am wearing these stupid reader glasses because in the last 3 days, my eyes have just... my body's been battling a couple things at the same time, and so it's taken a toll on, I guess, my senses. I haven't even been able to smell as well. I mean, I could smell, but it's even, my sense of smell was off. My sense of taste was off. Everything was just, I guess my body was determined to give it all to fight. So let's see here. Which one? This one? Spirituality. Okay, so connect with a goddess, guide, or angel. All right. Try to connect with your own personal spirit helper while meditating. You can substitute selenite, which is gypsum, angelite, or celestite, which is celestine, for the stones listed below. Materials are goshenite or titanium quartz crystal, few sprigs of mint, fresh or dried. Guardians adore it. Okay, so mint. 1 eucalyptus mint combination incense stick. Okay, so the ritual is place the mint incense beside your bed. Light the incense and lie on the bed. Hold your chosen crystal in your left hand. Close your eyes and inhale for 3 seconds, then exhale for 3 seconds. Repeat for about 5 minutes. While doing this, focus on how the stones feel in your hand and try to look out your third eye chakra at the center of your forehead. If there's anything you want to speak to your guides about, now is the time. If your body feels floaty, that's perfectly normal. Don't worry if you fall asleep once the incense is out. Guides often communicate with you while you're sleeping. Keep the crystal on your nightstand and pay attention to how you are feeling over the next few days. Spirits often speak to you through your subconscious, so you might be inspired to try something new. This meditation can help your angels and guides set you on your destined path. All right. So with all that, I want to pull a couple of cards from the new decks to give you whatever messages, and then we're gonna do a little tarot for you, because I'm sure somebody you're interested in, you came here to hear about. So let's see. This is the that's funny, the Spellcaster's Oracle cards. All right, and I don't know what I looked it up online to see what the images of the cards were, and it still didn't sink in that it had to do with spell casting. So there are spells associated with this. If you actually are interested in what the spells are for this that I pull, just shoot me an email, or you can even text me. My number's in the description. All right, so 4 cards to give you an idea, just some messages for y'all. Financial health, okay. Compassion, passion, and travel. So I know Sagittarius love travel. So I know I do. I usually end up traveling for jobs and work. It seems like the only time I ever travel is when it's, for the company I'm working for. So financial health, I guess pay attention to your spending habits and your investing. Make sure you are investing and you're investing correctly, the right amount, and all that. And your spending habits, your saving, spending, and your income and all that. Just make sure you're paying attention to how much comes in and how much goes out. I know Sagittarius kind of like to, be freewheeling about stuff, but it wouldn't have come up if it wasn't necessary. Compassion. There may be someone you need to have compassion for. That doesn't mean that whoever this person is, that they can treat you like a doormat and walk all over you, but you can have compassion for them. You don't have to be, I mean, Sagittarius usually aren't hateful anyway, so so there's that. And then passion, you know, give into what makes you feel passionate, what makes you happy, what stirs your heart. Look at, even the card looks passionate, doesn't it? Love that. And then the travel card. So whether it's actual travel or travel of the mind, because you can do meditation, you can do astral travel, or actual travel. So maybe you need to take a small trip just to clear your mind. Maybe your relationship's stressing you and you need to clear your mind from that. So the Spirit Animal Oracle, I'm going to do 4 cards from that. And then I'm going to do a little tarot. So where are we at? 16. Oh my God, we're already at 16 minutes. So let's see. 4 cards for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. They are determined to be a part of this, aren't they? Alright, so, ladies! Alright, Rabbit Spirit, and now is a lucky time. What Sag person doesn't like hearing that? They like the word luck, right? And luck is always on your side anyway, so that's always good. So, Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. Somebody else got that one recently. Who got that one? Pudge. Well, we're not doing all those. I'm only doing 2 more. But there's something that you might need to be patient with and just kind of watch and wait, and don't take action on it. You'll know what it is intuitively. Okay, that one wants to be the next one. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. So something has, yeah, I know, I just talked to you, and now you think you need to be in here, don't you? You think you want to meet Pudge? For those of you who like animals, this is Pudge. This is who keeps wanting to be heard. And this is her jealous sissy. Come here. Come here, jealous sissy. You're both jealous. Yeah, both jealous. Look, this is Roro. Rosie Roro. Okay, mommy loves you too. Oh, you monster. Okay, get your little chunky butt out of here. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Something or someone has made you feel like you've kind of lost your power, or you've given your power away to someone. It's time for you to reclaim that. Do the things that make you happy, and you will recharge and regain your power. And last but not least, Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. So don't close yourself off to things out of disappointment. Leave yourself open to possibility, infinite possibilities. So, that's the thing, is there's a lot of karmic cycles are closing out right now. We just had another eclipse, and I think that has a lot to do with it, because whenever we have eclipses, it seems like a lot of karmic cycles start closing out. Relationships will end, relationships will start. Ones that started during an eclipse cycle, it might even still record. Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay. Ones that started during an eclipse, I'm going to have to, let me see if I can still connect. Are we still connected? Okay, we're still connected. It just told me I'm low battery, so I got to remember that. I got to wrap it up soon. But, relationships that begin during an eclipse cycle a lot of times will end during an eclipse cycle. So that doesn't, and then here's another thing. Some of those relationships will restart. A lot never will. I mean, it depends on the individuals involved and what their, karmic ties are. But, so I want to do and who are we reading for next before we do this? so don't forget. We are doing Capricorn. Finally, my God, we haven't done Capricorn in a minute, so maybe Caps are going through some stuff too now, or starting to go through some stuff. All right, so for Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, let's do a little snooping on your person. Or if there's a person who you have on your mind, have in mind. So, how do they feel about you? How does this person feel about Sag? I feel like they want to rush in and talk to you. That's how they're feeling. They're thinks. What do they think of you? What do they think of you overall? They're weighing their options. It almost looks like they're juggling you. It's almost like they consider you an option. They think of you as an option. That ain't good. They feel like they want to rush in with communication, but they think of you as an option. What are their intentions with you? To rush in. That's their intention. But will they? Will they just sit on their ass and do nothing? Would you rather they sit on their ass and do nothing? Would you rather them just stay where they are? So let's see what their actual actions are. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Their actual actions with you are to make a judgment call. What else? What are their actual actions with you? Justice card. It's still the same thing. They want to see justice served, but what they consider justice. So what other actions do they plan to take with you? To carry the burden? So what are they going to try to even things up or something? Or take on responsibility that they should have but didn't? I don't know. What actual actions do they take with you? They want to hold on to you? Stubbornly hold on? I wonder what they consider you bringing to the table that makes them want to hold on to you. There's got to be something that is making them want to hold on to you. So what other actual actions do they plan to, or are they going to actually take with you? What actions are they actually going to take with you? No, they're going to wait. Let's see. See, they're just being stubborn too. What actual actions are they going to take with you? I get the Devil card. Okay, so the Devil card, they could obsess. Let's just get to the bottom of the Devil card. They could obsess over you. They could try to manipulate you. They could be codependent. So they could be tied. See how, I want you to look at this. There's chains tying the man and the woman together. So they could be holding on to a codependency with you, or that's maybe what they have. They need another person, or not, or maybe they feel that you are that way. I don't know. But this is what they plan, the actual actions are going to take with you. So judgment call, looking for justice, carrying a burden, holding on to you tightly, but waiting to see what you're going to do. And then at the same time, obsess and possibly try to manipulate and be codependent. Jesus. So, wow. So, Sag, what kind of person you got going on here? What advice do we have for Sag? What should Sag do? What should Sag do? Oof. Okay, well that shows that's the feeling left out. You should feel left out, really? you should feel left out, or get over the feeling of, just deal with the feeling of feeling left out in the cold. Deal with the feeling of feeling left out in the cold, or being left out in the cold. Just deal with your feelings, heal. That's what I'm thinking. What else? Be your loving self. Male, female, whatever, whoever you are. You get the Empress card, so be a very loving person. Don't be cold. Don't be detached. Just be a loving person. You could even, you could be loving to them if they reach out to you. It basically is saying don't necessarily give the cold shoulder. But don't let this experience cause you to be cold. You don't want to take out on other people what's happened to you, So, plus, that's the best way to let love in, is to continue to be open and accepting and loving. And then new love can come in. So if you close yourself off to love, then new love can't come in, right? So what else should you do? The Hierophant. It's saying, like, traditional, being traditional. I would say sticking to the safe path in that case. The tried and true, the safe path. Don't go off the rails. Don't try to do something different and weird, or try to circumvent or rush things, or play mind game. Don't do any of that crap. Just, I wouldn't even, from the sound of it, with the Devil card, I would say just don't reach out. Just deal with the feelings, your pain and feeling left out. If you feel like you're, lacking in some way, then be loving to yourself, self-love. And then with the Hierophant, take maybe some tried and true ways of handling things and healing. What else? Oh, so 6 cards, Donna's Destiny cards. All right, so Cap's next. So your person, if it's meant to be, it'll be, but I am thinking if they have growth to do, let them do their growth. Don't try to hold on to somebody. And don't try to give them, don't play games. Don't try and do some kind of tit for tat or try to get their attention or any of that crap. Let it go. Especially if they let you go, don't even try to get them back. Let them know what they've lost by just living your best life. Don't let it get to you. Usually Sagittarius find it easy to get over, people normally. I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, I know if you get one of those karmic ties that comes in, it could be a real butt kicker, right? A real ass kicker. All right, so 6 cards, Donna's Destiny cards. What do they say for you? Stop wasting money. Take a chance on whatever it is. Flirt more. Amen. Stop being petty. Divorce coming. Well, yeah. If it's not already there. And vehicle problems. Ooh, okay. So get your car checked. We just had a Mercury retrograde. In fact, it went direct yesterday, Tuesday. So you should have had the vehicle problems in the last 3 weeks, but maybe you've got some aspects in your chart that make it happen now for you. So Capricorn is next. I'm just going to say, let's focus on the positive, right? In a true Sag way, right? Flirt more and take a chance. Or take a chance, flirt more. Here, we'll put it in order, right? Take a chance, flirt more. All right, love you guys, and Capricorn is next.